It's Jamie, that's me here. We're about to talk about Unfaithful. I know last week I said, girl, I'm not going to be reviewing this show like that. So don't be looking for a review on it. But I do have to talk about a little bit of the mess. So let's just go ahead and get right into it because the first part of the episode, at least it was like two different episodes. So the first episode we came across was with a guy named Marlo, and he was dating this dude named Corey. And they actually met in college a while back, and they had been dating for roughly about 7 years. Now, Marlo does let us know that in the past he used to date women, but at some point he transitioned into being gay. I think he had it in him the whole time. He was really interested, and I think he also mentioned that he was a bit curious. So when he was hanging with Corey at one point, Corey invited him out to a pride event. And when he got invited to that pride event, you know what I'm saying? It allowed him to really come out, and that's when he saw like, oh, I am really interested in guys or whatever, right? So that's where they at. But according to Mr. Marlowe, he says that he considers himself a bisexual man, basically. Okay, so he's been kicking it with Corey. You know, they've been having a little thing going on. Based on how he talked about Corey to me, I feel like Corey is really like his best friend. Like that's his best friend, and I could just see how he talks about him. Okay, I mean, I'm sure he cares for him, of course, maybe in love, but that's definitely his best friend. Okay, so he wants to have a future with Corey, and he's trying to start a family with Corey. Like these are things that he and Corey actually had a conversation about. They actually talked about these things. Okay, now Marlo does believe that since he got him a new job and his new job is out of town, I feel like his new job may be in New York or something like that, whereas Corey is somewhere here in Atlanta, from my understanding, girl. So Marlo done got him a new job outside of the state, and because of that, he believes that ever since that started happening, Corey could possibly be out here, you know what I'm saying, messing around on him. So much so that he even found condoms in the home, and Corey don't really know that he knew where the condoms was at. Okay, I don't think Corey still know to this day. So Corey, you've been on some bogus ass, if you ask me. Okay, now Marlo says that he's starting to blame himself. Okay, and here's the reason why he blaming himself, y'all, because this right here is so messy. Okay, they've been together for 7 years, but they've never had sex. They have not done anything like that for the past 7 years, and he gonna sit up here and say it's because of his religious beliefs. And I'm like, baby, F your religious beliefs, honestly, in my opinion, because in just about everybody's religious beliefs, they don't believe in same-sex marriages or same-sex relationships or whatever the case may be. So you might want to put their religious down to the ground. Okay, is it because of the religious aspect, or is it really because of your parents or something? Like, what is it really giving? I mean, you already in the same sex relationship, you might as well go all the way, if you ask me. But girl, those are just my thoughts. Don't listen to me, because I might get you in trouble with the Lord. But anyway, girl, that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no sin greater than the other. But it's just a giving excuses for me. You know what I'm saying? It was giving excuses for me, but y'all let me know y'all thoughts about it. 7 years, and you trying to tie this man down to your religious beliefs, and then you turning around and not even in the same state as him. Girl, you just made things a bit more complicated than what it gotta be. But again, those are just my thoughts, you know? So let's go ahead and keep going. So the investigator says she finna follow him. At least she finna follow Corey around. Tell me why this lady done went and got her a motherfucking water bottle that got a camera in it. I said one thing about this investigator girl. She is gonna let the people know how to get another product with a camera in it, or what to even search for when you go on Amazon. Okay, because last week she had a purse with a camera in it. This week she done sat up there and gave us a water bottle with a camera in it. When she sent somebody into the gym, girl, she sent them in the gym with a gym bag that had a camera in it and a microphone. I said, oh wow. Okay, so it seems like Mr. Corey works over there at Miss Diana's spot, Diana of Dancing Dolls. Okay, I guess she got a dollhouse factory here. So he does a lot of classes and things over there. So she done sent this decoy in there. Decoy is getting some footage, but what was tickling me was the decoy over there. It looks like he was voguing, like he was actually practicing. So I was really tickled by that, you know, knowing the fact that he was sitting over there spying on them the whole time, getting information. Okay, so that's what's pretty much going on. Now, once they collect all of the data that they can collect, because the investigator did go to a restaurant with Marlo and the person that was hanging around at the dance studio. Once they go out to eat and they done kissed all on each other, other and did all this other stuff. Girl, it's time to show Marlo this footage on him. So Marlo says that he actually saw that guy before because he saw that guy at Corey's house and he thought that they were just friends. He didn't think too much of it. Okay, but Corey up there kissing up on old boy and everything, y'all. Marlo about to lose his shit, so he got to get up. Okay, and I wasn't sure, Marlo, are you losing your shit because you about to lose some breath down below because your pants tight as fuck, or are you about to lose your shit because of what you seeing on the screen? I don't know if y'all got into those tight ass pants. Now, granted, he wanted us to see every single muscle in his body. That's what it was given to me, and it's like, okay, your pants can be tight, but they a little too tight. Now I'm a bit concerned, sir. I am a bit concerned. You do got a nice body, and you are a very, very handsome man. Let's not get that twisted at all. But, sir, you could have eased back just a little bit. I'm concerned about all circulation. But anyway, girl, we gonna keep going. Okay, so like I said, Corey over there kissing all up on old boy. Marlo over there about to lose his shit. Marlo is then given an option like, listen, what you trying to do? What you trying to do? Is you trying to, you know what I'm saying, team up, or you trying to take down? And he's like, I ain't trying to team up with no motherfucking body. I'm trying to take that NIGGA down. That's where I'm at with it. Okay, because he out here doing all this extra shit. We done sat up here and had conversations about us starting a family and doing all this stuff, and obviously that's not gonna go down because of what he over here doing. He over here trying to play me. I feel dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like, you should feel dumb. You should feel dumb. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I get it. I get it. And you're handsome. And then you look at the other guy that he's messing around with. I mean, that other guy isn't bad looking, but I would definitely pick you. You know what I'm saying? I get you, Marlo. I understand. Okay. So Marlo ended up calling Tammy when they were supposed to go link up with Corey and old boy and bust up the groove, right? So Marlo calls Tammy like, listen, girl, I'm not gonna go do this. Listen, I just let me go back home. I don't even want to see this motherfucker. I don't even want to talk to him. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. Like, I just want to dead this and I just want to go. Right. So that's where Marlo is at. And Tammy is like, you ain't finna go nowhere, baby. I gotta film this show. So what the hell you think you doing? Stay where you at. Me and the expert finna come meet you and we finna have this conversation. First of all, y'all, why is the expert there? I'm not understanding his reasoning for really being there. He doesn't really seem like he adds much when it comes to conversation, or shall I say advice is what I like. He just don't really add a whole lot. I feel like Tammy can do that on her own. So maybe y'all got him there as an extra layer of protection, but just saying that he's supposed to be the expert or something, or relationship coach or whatever it is. And I'm just like, anyway, girl, I mean, like, is he even married? What's going on with his relationship? Like, does he qualify? Anyway, let's keep going, okay? Got this man up here. But anyway, what else ended up happening? So, of course, they kind of talked to Corey, talk him into doing it because Tammy feels like somebody got to be held accountable. And then the expert gonna tell him, you won't get the closure that you need if you just walk away. And I'm like, damn, that sometimes closure ain't needed. The closure that he needed was what he saw on the screen. Why does he really need to have the conversation that he needs to have? But some part of me was like, yeah, have the conversation, because I don't want you to not have the conversation and then later on you probably want him back in your life because you feel so used to him being in your life that you just overlook what it is that he did. You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of like have a conversation, but some part of me is like, nah, F him, don't take no more of his calls, block him all the way and all this other stuff. Then he gonna be sitting up there wondering why you ghosted him. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, right? But he ended up going anyway. So they pull up to the studio, and Corey, for me, y'all, was full of shit. We get up in the room, girl. I can't. We get up in the dancing studio. He over there talking to old boy LaShawn or whatever his name is. And girl, he just wanted to like, oh my God. First of all, Corey, you got on my motherfucking nerves because I ain't seen nothing. Boy. Oh. I ain't seen not damn piece of a motherfucking tear. I ain't seen not damn piece of it. And I was like, oh my God, he is so fucking irritating. Mr. Marlo, you do not deserve this. If he wants to be with LaShawn, let him go. Let him go. Because what Corey is giving us is acts. And he had the audacity to sit up there and call Tammy Olivia Pope. How do you do this to me? How can you do this to me? You got everybody coming up in here. Who is this? What is this Olivia Pope? I said, no, you ain't over there trying to call nobody out for being some type of actor, Olivia Pope or whatever, when you giving us all the acting right now, and it's poor acting, for real. Like, Corey really made me mad as hell. Marlo, you do not deserve that. I really want Marlo to move on with his life and leave Corey with his ass at. But some told me he's not going to, based on their history and the fact that they went to college. And I feel like went to college together. But I feel like, girl, listen, Corey done show his hand and Corey's going to do it again. Period. Okay. And then when I look at LaShawn, because of course, when I see little antics throughout the show, I'm feeling like it's fake. I've seen LaShawn before somewhere. I cannot recall it. Maybe I've seen him in person. Maybe I don't know. I feel like I could have saw him on a show. Maybe I saw him somewhere on social media. But I do believe that LaShawn is indeed an actor. But that is just what I think. Okay. And I'm sure y'all have seen him before too. So y'all just let me know. I don't know. I could have seen him around town in Atlanta. I don't know, girl. But I done seen this man before. But anyway, child, Corey really acts like he's the victim for me. That was the problem, okay? Asking how can you do this? You bringing these cameras all up in here and all this other stuff. Boys, shut up. So Marlo over there pissed, talking about something. You picked this ugly over me? Over me? Oh my God, you had to call that man ugly, but I feel what you're saying though. Like you picked him over me? Like that's what we doing? Over me? Do you see me as an okay? I mean, you got a good job, you handsome. You know what I'm saying? Look like you got a nice body on you. I appreciate the loose fitting pants that you done brought in today. You know what I'm saying? And he was with you for a long time. So I get it, Marlo. I do. So LaShawn acts like he didn't know who Marlo was. And I'm like, how you didn't know who he was when Marlo said that he remembered you from you sitting in his room, or at least sitting at his man's house as the friend. But then you said that you didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? That's where it also gave a little acting for me. 1 minute, you over there like, oh my God, 7 years? Wow, wow, wow. And then when the quote unquote expert walk over there to talk to you and he tells you 7 years, you ain't say nothing like, oh, I know. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just being picky, but I'm like, girl, some of this is fake. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay. It was entertaining. So whatever. So Marlo asked Corey about having sex with old boy. He was like, so do you be smashing him? Like, what's going on? So Corey lying, talking about something. It's only been a year, and we've only done it twice. It's only been 1 to 2 times. And I'm sitting over here like, baby, you a year, 1-2 time ass lie is what it's given. Do you mean 1-2 times a week? What you're lying is, because I know you lying, and I can't say, they're going to look up there in damn Marlo face. I'm sorry, I wouldn't lie to you. Boy, you done did enough lying. When LaShawn said that Corey was supposed to be moving in with him, and Corey was like, that's a lie, and he said, I wouldn't lie to you, Marlo. And I'm like, baby, you did enough lying. You've been out here lying for a year. You've been out here lying for a year, and if nobody would have came in here, you still would be up here lying. And then for me, you not remorseful for any of your actions, baby. We ain't see no tears. I ain't see you get on your knees about nothing. Like, it's just not giving what you thought it was supposed to give, Mr. Corey. Okay, with all this fake ass crying. He definitely pissed me off. And I was like, Marlo, leave his ass right there. Do not leave his ass right where he at. Do not pass go. Leave him where he is, and let's keep going, okay? Meanwhile, LaShawn says that he ain't know nothing about Mr. Marlo, which we don't believe. Then says that Marlo was the cousin at some point. He was like, oh, you the cousin. You the cousin. That's what he told me. You the cousin. You the cousin. So then, of course, Marlo is upset because he's like, what the hell? I'm the cousin. He said, well, I live out of town. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I would come down, I would stay at his spot. He said, oh, well, I only knew you as the cousin, right? And then LaShawn throws another monkey wrench talking about Corey was going to move in with him. And I'm like, that part I'm wondering was if it was true. But what made me really believe it was when Corey sat up there and told Marlo, I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm like, baby, you did enough lying. He telling the truth. He telling the truth. Rack him up. Rack him up. Get him out. Rack him up. Rack him up. Corey full of shit. Period. Okay. I just feel like Corey does not deserve to be with Marlo at all. And I mean, that's just, he just doesn't deserve it, y'all. It was the lack of remorse for me. I can see at any moment, Corey will go back and resort back to who he was. Okay. I think he'll cheat on him again, give him enough time. I definitely believe that. And I just, I hate to hear it. Marlo, when at that time when they were leaving, Marlo seemed like he was done with Corey at that time. It wasn't clicking for him. He was done. But we did learn before we get to the update. I know I'm going to continue to say this. I hate how Tammy convinces people to move forward on the show. It's like you can convince them to move forward within their best interest. But it seems like she tries to convince them to move forward with said person that has just hurt them. And I don't like that, because sometimes people may need time. And it's like, you mean to tell me they just found out somebody cheating on them, all this and that, and then you want them in the same moment to not think about it, but to, move forward and maybe give them another chance. Like, that's how it comes off, and I don't like that. So I was glad that Corey was pissed off, and I'm not Corey, but Marlo was pissed off, and he was like, I need some time. Like, I need some time. I got to go think. This is some humbug right here, girl. Like, it's not making sense to me. I need to take a step back, right? So I appreciated that. Give him time to clear his fucking thoughts, okay? Now, after that, what we ended up learning 3 months later, or however many months later, we learned that they got back together, girl. I said, ain't this some bullshit here? Then got back together and they went ahead and crossed the bridge. Okay, they done went ahead and crossed the line and got it in with each other. I said, shit, might as well. 7 years and you over here pigeonholing yourself to a religious belief. Like, what? Y'all probably could have been married by now, but did you not propose because of your religious belief? And if you feel so strongly in your religious belief, then why is you even with this man? Like, that's not even making no sense, in my opinion. So then, we found that out, like, yeah, they still together, they working on some things, they doing better with communicating or whatever like that, and then turns around and say that they did cross the line and it was amazing. And I'm like, all of this you saying to me, Marlo, is giving limited time only. It's only a matter of time, because Corey is 1000% full of shit, if you ask me. Okay, those are my thoughts. The next little episode, and I'm gonna run through that because I did stop. I ain't gonna say I stopped paying attention, but I kind of did a little bit. Every time I get to the second one, it'd be like, okay, this is just too much. Okay, Jessica then sat up here and brought this dude named Walter up here because she been knowing Walter for about a year, and they met on a dating app and they ended up starting a business together. And she got this business called Candy Hookah Tips. I don't know the name of it, but basically she does these candy hookah tips, which actually sounds a bit good. But anyway, girl, okay, she feels like she think he cheating, and she says that it could possibly be with his ex, because his ex and him ended up having a baby, but she ended up losing that baby. That baby passed away. Okay, I think she gave birth to the baby and the baby died, something like that. Okay, so because of all of this, the investigator decided that she was gonna track him. Now she done tracked him to one spot that he used the key fob on. Okay, but over there off Atlanta Road, because I knew this area, girl. It's around the corner from I know where this thing get, Top Golf. But anyway, girl. Okay, so she went over there, saw him use the key fob to go inside, but we never found out who was there because he was there all night. So I feel like that's a whole nother woman that we probably don't even know anything about. You feel what I'm saying? Because as they went on this search, girl, we done find out Corey been messing with about 3, 4, 5 different women. Yes, 3, 4, 5 different women. He over there stopping by multiple women's houses. He done stopped by some chick house that he just met not too long ago, bringing her items and stuff for her home. She just moved in. I think and then I think the girl only been in Atlanta maybe a year or something. I'm not sure how long the girl been there. Okay, I think they could have met when she was back in Alabama and she didn't know what all was really happening. You know what I'm saying? So she done moved up here and he getting stuff for her, and then we see him at a restaurant with a whole nother girl he kissing up on. This girl done moved from Philadelphia and stuff. She hanging out with him. We find out that this doggone girl got pregnant by him and he talked her into getting an abortion, trying to tell her she wants to be a model and she wants this and that to happen for her, and then if she gets pregnant and it's not gonna happen, so he convinced her to get an abortion, which she did. Like, what the hell, girl? Yikes. But the real reason I think he convinced her to get that abortion was because he already had another woman that was pregnant that was about to have his baby. That's what that was. And he didn't want to have 2 of them at the same time, but he also was running a whole lot of game. Okay, and Miss Girl unfortunately fell for it. And I kind of felt bad for her a little bit because she was talking about how she came down here from Philadelphia and she ain't really got no family. All her family is up north, so it's really just her here. You know what I'm saying? So she thought she really clicked up and met somebody that was about something, and one ended up being about not a damn thing. Also, we see him taking roses and balloons over there to his quote unquote baby mama, the woman he had the child with that they lost. So he's still over there in contact. So when Miss Jessica got this info, she blown out the water because now she sees how, oh my God, he got all these different women that he over here talking to. But here's the thing for me, it was the fake ass crying Jessica was giving. How is he gonna do this? How he gonna do this? He told me he was done with her. He said he was done with her and it's supposed to be about me. Oh my God, woe is me. She gets up. She act like she crying. I'm looking at the damn quote unquote expert. He looking over there like he trying to keep himself from laughing in her damn face because he know it's an act and she trying the best that she can. Then she got this damn napkin wiping these fake ass tears. I'm like, girl, if you was really crying and it was tears, girl, makeup would have been on the napkin and I would have saw it, and I ain't see none. So it was giving fake for me, and I'm going to continue to call out any fakeness that I see. But anyway, she goes and sits back down. They make a decision. They're going to end up doing a team up. So all of the ladies are going to come together. They all sit down, share their stories and experience on how they met him and whatever happened in that particular relationship. Okay, Miss Jessica felt like she was more than just a girlfriend. I'm a little concerned about that because she feel like she's more than just a girlfriend. But it didn't sound like he really gave you the title. But he did bring you around the family and on more than one occasion for the holidays. And my thing is just giving like, hey, girl, family be knowing they kids be full of shit. And they just go along with their little antics, hoping that one of y'all stick. They don't know which one. But one thing about family, that's going to be his family, period. And I hate it for that, because when you find out that they been running game, you know what I'm saying? And the family be in on it. Like, it just be, girl, it just be pure foolishness. You know what I'm saying? I be looking at the family sideways too. So I just feel like he never confirmed that you was his girlfriend, is what it sounds like to me. It was just more so you assumed that that's what you were, because y'all were doing business together and because he took you to the family house and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, make no mistake about it, he was foul as hell to go along and make you feel like you was the girlfriend, even if he didn't give you the title. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely was wrong as hell for that. Okay. So anyway, the ladies, like I said, they rounded up, they had a conversation, they talked about some things. Okay. So there's that. Now, what else did we get? So the ladies ended up linking up with him at a later time. And I think the girl that went to Alabama State, I think they linked up at her house or something like that. And so she started to introduce different women to him, or whatever the case was. Everybody played their case to him, calling him out like, yeah, we know about each other and everything. His baby mama walked in and she done threw the cake in his face. She done poured some damn, no, the other girl done poured some wine all on him. Tammy comes inside. She's like, oh, Walter, oh my. He just acts so unfazed. And that's one thing I cannot stand about a person that know they bothered but try to act like they cool and ain't nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I do not like that. Like, you know you are bothered. Tell me some, excuse me, you know, we got a little excited in here, or whatever it was he said to Tammy. And as every woman was talking to him, because they went back around again and shared their thoughts, he was showing unfazed, a lack of emotion. He was just like, okay, 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 okay. And he pretty much released a lot of the women and told them they can go and do whatever the hell it is they want to do. But it seems like he wanted to keep Brittany around. I believe Brittany is the one that actually had the baby that lost it or whatever. Her, the long-term girlfriend that he had been dealing with for like 5 years. That's the one I think he wants to keep around, but everybody else, it seems he's willing to let them go. Okay. And then Jessica, the one that brought everybody there, the whole reason that we here in the first place, she decides that she gonna say some dumbass shit to him, which was stupid to me. She tells this man to release his control that he has on women, and the power he think he has. And I said, why the fuck does he need to release anything when you can do it? You release it. You have power, ma'am. He doesn't have to have a hold on you, a strong hold on you. What it sounds like to me, the way she was over there talking to him and pleading, it sounded like he was pleading to be back in his life type thing. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, you got a hold on me. That's what it was sounding like. Even though she was saying, you know, release this hold that you have on women, release this power. It sounded like she was saying, you got a hold on me. I don't know what to do. You have a hold on me. I've been here for a year. Like, that's what it sounds like. She was whining like she wanted to be back in his life or something like that. It's like, girl, you don't need that man to release a damn thing. You can release it. You make the decision. You decide what you're worth. You decide what you're going to and not going to deal with. You don't have to deal with none of these motherfuckers. And I mean, I know we be wanting relationships and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've been there too, wanting to just, you know, be in a relationship. But I tell you, girl, now that you ain't got one right now, but you need to have your fun. And don't let one nigga be your only nigga. For real. Okay? Be out here dating around. Have different men for different reasons. You might have one that you fuck on. Okay? The other one you might just have when you hang out and have a good time with. Okay? The other one might be for something else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you ain't got to be a thought. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got to be a thought out here. But then some part of me is like, even if that's something you want to do, protect yourself and do what you want to do, because men do it all the time. But for some reason, the women are the ones that get dragged and the men don't. Yikes. But either way, honey, get like, do whatever it is you want to do. Just try not to get caught in the act. Girl, that's all that I got. I wanted to come to y'all real quick, like, so we could talk about this mess real quick, honey. Y'all go ahead and hop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about everything and how you felt about the latest episode or latest episodes of Unfaithful, honey. That's all I got. I'm jamithatsme. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.